He wore only the tattered remains of her clothes, her body thrashing weakly against the chains as she made soft, stifled sounds, a euro like a bird caught in a thorny bush, its cries muffled by panic and a strain. I was restless, and Blaze wouldn't stop pacing in my head. My calls weren't going through to her as her number was switched off. "Something is wrong," he growled. "I agree. I need to speak with Oliver." I went out to look for my son, who was busy with his homework and was guiding Ellie too with hers. "Oliver, can we talk?" I asked, summoning him to my side. He glanced in my direction and nodded. Closing his notebook, he followed me to my study. I went ahead and settled on my chair and steepled my hands. Once the door had been closed, he approached my desk and solemnly said, seeing the creases on my forehead, "Is it about Mom?" "Yes, I can't reach her and have begun to believe that Crescent Island might be colliding with the demon. What if they had imprisoned her?" I put forward my apprehensions. Oliver scratched his chin as he contemplated my words. "Let's confirm it, Dad. Was she wearing her pendant?" he expectantly asked. "Yes, I remember telling her to wear it before she went. Then we can track her. I will bring my laptop." He rushed back to his room to grab his laptop. I waited impatiently and got up to pace my study while scratching my stubble. Oliver arrived soon and perched himself on the large wingback. He promptly opened the laptop and began to type. His brows pinched together in concentration. After about 5 minutes, he was able to connect through to the camera in the pendant and pinpoint the location. "Dad!" He frantically called me, and I leaned over him from behind the wingback. The live footage from the camera showed darkness as if it was in some enclosed space and not around Anna's neck. "It doesn't look like she is wearing it anymore," I grumpily said, my teeth ground together in annoyance. "Yes, but the location is on Crescent Island. She is there, but she doesn't have her pendant." We were still contemplating our next move when my phone pinged. Extracting it from my pocket, I glanced at the screen and found an email from an unknown source. My instincts told me it was important. I quickly opened the email and saw the text, "Alpha Asher. I would like to invite you to my private island, known by the name Crescent Island, the home of the Shadow Organization. Bring the Moonstone. Failing to come will result in severe consequences. Here is a little incentive for you. From Crescent Island's Master K." The email was foreboding in itself, and deep within my heart, I knew they had my Anna. The mail was followed by a link. With a trembling hand, I clicked on the link. It directed me towards a video feed of a room. The camera was directed straight towards a bed, and on it, I saw Anna spread out with her hands and feet tied up in silver chains. She was struggling against them, and her face was distorted in pain and frustration. Oliver worriedly watched me and the changes that went through my body. "What is it, Dad? What happened?" His concerned voice had me turning my blazing eyes at him. "Master K, who is also the owner of Crescent Island, has your mother and wants me to come to Crescent Island. He wants the Moonstone, just sent an email," I informed my son through gritted teeth. His face fell hearing the news, but instead of crying, he remained determined. "Can you show me the email, Dad? With the IP address, I might be able to locate the real owner and find out his identity." He spread out his small hand, asking for my cell phone. Without any hesitation, I handed it to him. Oliver noted the IP address and began to type on his laptop again, opening different web pages and running codes. I watched him in urgency, but there was awe mingled with it. My son was indeed a genius. After about 10 minutes, he grimly turned towards me and said, "Dad, K stands for Kyle. Master of Crescent Island is none other than the Alpha of Shadow Howl Pack. They are the same person." My fists clenched even tighter at the revelation. Now everything dawned on me, and we knew who the real culprit behind all the attacks was. Kyle was the enemy we had been searching for all along. He was the one who had used Ruby to do all his dirty work and wanted the Moonstones. The demon must have possessed him and driven him towards the madness of taking control of all the packs. Amidst all this, Anna was in danger, and I needed to go rescue my mate. Turning to Oliver, I spoke. "I have to go save your mom from their clutches. There is no other way, but we will proceed with a proper plan. Let me come with you, Dad." "I can help," Oliver requested with a plea coating his beautiful eyes. "No, you should remain here with Ellie. With your mom and I gone, she will need you. You are her protector now. Besides, I would need your remote assistance. You will be my eyes and ears in that area. So will you help me rescue your mom?" I asked. placing my hand on his small shoulder, and he quickly nodded his head with determination filling his eyes. "That's my boy. I am proud of you, son. Keep your sister safe in my absence," I promptly informed him while making a plan in my head of how to proceed forward. When I arrived at Crescent Island, the vibe of the whole place was off. Two men in black uniforms were waiting for me. "Mr. Asher, if you would follow us." They spoke in a robotic tone. Their faces were devoid of any emotions, just like an assassin is. I could snap their necks in a second, but they had my Anna, and I was forced to comply. I followed them to a tall building, steepled at the top with a cross resting on it. The bricks were of rusty crimson shade. One of them entered a key in the lock and threw open the door. They stepped aside and pointed. "You have to wait inside." Suspiciously, I glanced at their stoic faces, which were blank like a white sheet of paper. "Why? Where is Anna?" I asked, keeping my voice steady. "We don't know. We were asked only to guide you here." Understanding they won't be of much help, I took a step inside. They closed the door behind me, and I heard the key clicking in the keyhole, locking it behind me. I took in my surroundings. The long hall had rows and rows of dusty pews and an eerie feeling to it. Daylight filtered through the long windows with yellow glass fitted in them. I began to search for a way out of this place. Taking the communicator from my pocket, I placed the tiny device in my ear and connected it with Oliver. "Dad, are you all right?" His worried voice came through. "I am fine, Oliver. Can you track my location and tell me how far I am from your mother's location?" I asked, checking the different doors in this place. "All seemed to be locked except one. On it," he said as I turned the doorknob and the door slowly creaked open. The smell of dust welcomed me as I entered the room. It was empty apart from the few broken pieces of furniture piled up in a corner. The room had no windows, so it was dark, but blaze made it easier for me to see in the darkness. My roaming eyes found another silver door, bolted shut with a keypad. Placing my hands on it, I tried to break open the door, but it was made from silver and was at least 6 inches thick. It wouldn't budge. I knew I had to crack the code. "Dad, you are very near to where I am getting signals of Mom's pendant." Oliver's voice chimed from the communicator device. "Yes, I can see a door in front of me which requires a code to unlock." I stepped closer to the door and the faint scent of Anna swept in. Blaze's nose pricked and he became restless as he painfully growled. "Mate is on the other side. I know, we will get to her." I reassured him and tried to take a deep breath to remain in control of my emotions. "Dad, just connect the device I gave you to the keypad and I will crack the code, and you can enter," Oliver confidently said. I extracted the tiny device from my pocket and placed it under the keypad. It was a keypad cracker, and Oliver had given several of such devices to me. Within half a minute, Oliver extracted the code. "It's 2178. Punch in, and you will be able to enter," he gave clear instructions. My fingers swiftly moved on the white keypad, and I punched in the code and waited with my heart beating like a wild deer running away from a cheetah. The door clanked for a second and then shifted to a side, revealing space for me to enter. I rushed inside, knowing my Anna was on the other side of the door. The room I entered seemed like a bedroom of sorts, with furniture and curtains. But what had Blaze growling and my head almost exploding from anger was the sight I met on the bed, which lay in the middle of the room. It was Anna, with her hands and feet shackled in silver chains and fastened to the bedposts. She wore only the tattered remains of her clothes, her body thrashing weakly against the chains as she made soft, stifled sounds, a euro like a bird caught in a thorny bush, its cries muffled by panic and a strange feverish haze. She seemed to have been drugged or was under some kind of strong, maddening influence. I quickly spoke to Oliver. "I found your mom. I will speak to you in a while." Ending the communication, I turned off the device and approached Anna. Her eyes had glazed over, like a window fogged by sweltering heat. My blood boiled over, seeing her condition, and my hatred for Kyle intensified tenfold. I was going to kill that bastard in a slow, painful way. "Anna," I slowly called her out and clasped her beautiful face in my hands. "I am here. Everything will be fine." I tried to hug her while Blaze growled in my head. Just then, the room was filled with Kyle's voice. "Welcome to my humble abode, Asher. I see you found your way and stumbled upon the little gift I left you. Did you like it? There was mockery in his voice, and I glanced around to see where the voice was coming from. Soon I located a speaker and a hidden camera in the corner of the room, up above the wall. He was watching us. He was watching her in this condition. Pervert. I clenched my fists, and different scenarios of how I was about to kill him bombarded my brain.
I woke up amidst the haze. It was mostly in my brain and I couldn't shake it. All I could feel was the burning sensation between my legs. My eyes wouldn't focus properly, but my blurred vision told me Asher was here. His strong scent had my insides churning, and I wanted his hands on my scalding skin. He cupped my face. His touch was like ice on fire. He said something, and I tried to focus my eyes on him. Kyle's taunting words were sounding in the background. The bastard was watching us, and I saw Asher becoming tense because of his mocking words. Taking off his jacket, Asher covered me with it. I was half naked and remembered Kyle had removed most of my clothes. A bastard. Stay with me, Anna. Everything will be fine. We will be out of here soon. Did he hurt you? There was so much concern coating his voice. His blue eyes were like two burning sapphires, and I wished to be lost in them. No, I barely spoke. But then another wave of heat coursed through me, and I couldn't help but moan, needing to be touched. I ground myself against Asher by lifting my hips. I couldn't even touch him because of the bounds. He landed on me, and I felt his rigid warmth rub against my throbbing core. I threw my head back and moaned loudly, arching my back and grinding myself against him. My hands and legs stretched against the binds. Aw, look at the two lovebirds. Let me get popcorn and watch the show. Kyle's taunting cackle came through the speaker, and Asher grunted in annoyance. His eyes flashed with an uncontrollable rage. Asher placed a small kiss on my nose and softly instructed, "Anna, wait." He then touched his ear and began to speak while I helplessly watched. Tears were filling my eyes from the itching, and I couldn't even scratch myself. "It hurts, Asher," I finally cried out, and his hands rubbed my legs to calm me down while he continued to converse with what appeared to be our son. He moved towards the camera on the wall, his hand forming a claw. With a jerk, he grabbed the camera and pulled with force, removing it. He threw it on the floor and broke it. Asher then slowly returned to me, ending his conversation with Oliver. "Anna, Oliver has hacked into their system and turned off all surveillance and communication devices so no one would be able to disturb us. I broke the camera, but there could have been more, so Oliver took precautions," he told me while his hands reached out to silver chains. He pulled with force, and chains began to break one by one. Asher was truly a beast. Breaking silver chains with merely his hands, he set me free. My wrists and ankles ached and burnt. My skin had reddened from where the cuffs had held me, and it was going to take some time to heal and for Sable to surface. "Asher," I threw myself in his arms while tears leaked from my eyes and flowed down my cheeks. He lovingly caught me, and our lips connected in a feral passion and rage. His hands twisted in my hair as I sultrily moaned into his mouth. His jacket had fallen away, exposing my breasts, which were being squished by his sinewy, broad chest. "Anna," he breathed out my name in between smooches, and I caught his hand and guided it between my legs. "Help me, Asher. I need you," I hoarsely pleaded. And he pushed me back on the bed, swiftly climbing over me. His fingers traced the edge of my damp, throbbing heat, slow and deliberate, and I whimpered. When they slipped into the aching crevice between my legs, my body jolted at the cool contrast to my fevered skin. He didn't hold back, sliding 2 fingers deep within me. "Asher." My head moved back, and my upper body lifted off the bed in ecstasy. The burning sensation lulled down a notch. His other hand snaked around my neck, holding me in place and restricting my movements, while his fingers pleasured me, sating that burning heat which had been caused by the special venom Kyle had injected me with. It had sent me into my heart, which only my mate could satisfy. "Fuck!" I screamed as an orgasm rolled over me and my body instantly jerked, my inner walls deliciously clenched against his fingers, making him grunt out my name. "Anna." He pulled his fingers away, fumbling with his belt buckle until he freed the rigid length of him. Its surface crisscrossed with veins like blue lightning across a dark sky. My body jolted again. "I want you inside me, Asher," I frustratedly whimpered, and he threw open my legs further. He guided himself to my throbbing core, and with a sharp, urgent thrust, we joined, as if two pieces of a broken lock clicking into perfect place. His taut body enveloped my shivering one. His lips latched onto my neck as his fangs grazed my overheated skin while his hips buckled and pushed his rigid warmth deeper within me. Matching each other's rhythm, we began to move in synchronization, pleasuring each other while the heat between my legs began to slowly dissipate. I closed my eyes and let Asher's love and warmth wash over me in torrents. Feeling every inch of his skin, his warm mouth against my neck, and the rigid heat inside me twitching with every pulse of our shared rhythm, we came together, screaming each other, Euro's names as his warm release spilled into me, and we both went limp in each other's arms. I regained my senses and the heat abated after we Euro tangled in the hush of intimate warmth, our breaths merging until the fire in my bones softened to a gentle glow. Getting up, he helped me clean in the bathroom and wrapped his suit jacket around my body. "So what's our escape plan?" I asked Asher, leaning onto his chest as held me to himself. "Just wait. I have everything figured out," Asher answered, deep in thought. "Kyle is planning to feed both of us to the demon as the final sacrifice. We can't let him get his hands on all the moonstones. It will be pure chaos," I informed him, but Asher remained relaxed. His lips lovingly graced my blown-out hair. "I know, don't worry." We were still talking when there was a knock on the door. "Stay here, Anna. Let me see who it is," Asher instructed while getting up and walking to the door. Confidently, he knew what he was doing. Opening the door, he came face to face with a very enraged Kyle and a bunch of assassins and warriors. Pushing past him, they barged inside the place, and Kyle's eyes narrowed at me and then moved to Asher. "Hand over the moonstone and I might consider letting you leave alive," he barked, the rage consuming him, and I had to scoff at his blatant lie. "What's the surety of that happening, Kyle? You realize I have more than one moonstone at my disposal, and I hid them all in different locations before coming here." Kyle's eyes widened in shock at the revelation. No one knew that Asher possessed more than one moonstone. "So you are the one who possesses most of them?" Kyle asked, slightly bewildered and utterly shocked. "Yes, and their location is only known to me. Each moonstone is hidden in a different location, and if I die, they will never be found, and self-destruct mode will be activated. You will never get your grubby hands on them," Asher said with a knowing smirk, making Kyle clench his hands into tight fists. "You think you can play me, Asher? You think you are too smart?" Kyle raged on. The very veins in his neck were visible from how stretched it was. "I don't think, I know. Just to prove my point, I have hidden one moonstone on Crescent Island as well. Give us a safe passageway and I might let you have it." Asher shrugged his shoulders. "Where?" Kyle demanded while his goons remained ready to pounce on us in case any skirmish would break out. "Give me your word first," Asher cunningly asked. "You have my word. I get the moonstone and locations of all other moonstones, and both of you will be free to leave," he said with gritted teeth, and I could hear their chattering sound right where I sat. He was pissed at how Asher had toppled his plan. Asher told him the locations of the moonstones, and Kyle instantly contacted one of his assassins, sending him to the designated location on the Crescent Island so he could track the one hidden there. Asher sauntered back to me and winked. Placing his arm around my shoulder, he placed a small kiss on my temple. "We will be out of here soon," he promised, and I nodded my head. I trusted my mate. Kyle watched us with hatred and vengeance flashing in his eyes. Soon, his phone pinged, and he received the call. It was from the very assassin who had been sent to retrieve the moonstone. His facial expression changed from disbelief to rage. Ending the call, he addressed us. "The moonstone has been found in the location you gave. The question is, who else arrived with you on my island? I had you under surveillance from the moment you set foot here on Crescent Island today. How were you able to place the moonstone there?" he demanded, and I could sense where his mind was drifting. He thought Asher had planted a spy on the island, hence putting doubt in Kyle's mind. Now he would doubt his very men and wouldn't be able to trust anyone. Asher raised his hands and stylishly shrugged. "I don't know what you are talking about. The deal was I gave you the locations and you let us go. It's time to hold up your side of the bargain." Kyle kept his eyes narrowed at us. He didn't trust Asher, and the feeling was mutual. "Fine, but remember, I will come for you if I don't find my moonstones, he threatened before exiting the room in a hurry and calling someone. Both of us were escorted out. Some of the assassins still held me in high reverence but were quiet because of Kyle. I could sense it in their eyes. I didn't see Claude anywhere and wondered what must have happened to him or if he was involved in this as well. We were escorted to a boat which was to take us back to Howler City. Once it began to sail away from the island, I heaved a sigh of relief. Asher's strong arms remained around my shoulders. Did you really give them all the locations of the moonstones? I barely whispered to him. His cunning eyes dipped, and I found my curious ones. No, only the one in Crescent Island was the real location. The rest were fake. He mischievously winked again, making me chuckle, and I hugged him even tighter. Soon we arrived at the bay of Howler City and exited the boat. Hayden was waiting for us to take us home. Welcome back, Alpha Luna. He opened the back door of the car so could sit inside. I acknowledged him with a nod. Are the kids all right? Asher questioned. Yes, but they have been worried about you guys, Hayden answered while starting the car. We reached home soon. Oliver and Ellie were impatiently waiting for us. Their faces brightened seeing me and Asher return. They rushed to our side and were soon in our arms. Dad, we missed you, Oliver said with a pout, and I placed a small kiss on his fluffed cheeks. Thank you for helping your dad and rescuing me, I emotionally said while hugging both him and Ellie. They melted in my touch while Asher watched with satisfaction. After our near-death escape, Asher kept tabs on Kyle and his movements. He was fully dedicated to finding the rest of Moonstones and shifted his focus to Crescent Island. Utilizing the assassins at his disposal, he set out to hunt the Moonstones. One day, Edward received a call from Shadow Howl Pack. It was Noah secretly calling with the help of a doctor who had taken pity on him. Anna, I just spoke to Noah. I know how badly he treated you, but he himself was a victim and is in bad shape now. Can you visit him once? Edward requested with a plea. Although Noah had wronged me on so many levels, he got his retribution. This was the least I could do for him. All right, I will take Asher along and visit him. I called Asher and he was more than ready to accompany me. Together we went to the Shadow Howl Pack. The doctor secretly let us in because the security was lax in the absence of Kyle. He doesn't have much time left. He had been calling for you day and night. I appreciate you coming to see him, the doctor said in a saddened voice, and I could only nod my head. Asher's grip remained tightened around my shoulder, giving me strength. He entered the room. They had been keeping Noah. He was lying on the bed with all kinds of tubes, monitors, and a urine bag attached to him. There was a time when he was a mighty alpha. Now, he was nothing but a bedridden, weak individual who couldn't even go to the bathroom himself. Times change so rapidly. Karma bites you in the ass. Anna, he weakly spoke. A reminiscent of a smile appeared on his face. I stepped closer to him. I should have hated him, but I could no longer do that. Instead, I decided to forgive him. Noah, you wished to speak to me. Yes. You came, thank you. Ruby is not giving you any more trouble, is she? He asked in a trembling voice. I could see how much effort he had to put into speaking. Ruby is dead, Noah. She will never trouble us again, I assured him, and he faintly smiled before saying, she met the end she deserved. I leaned closer and spoke in a hushed tone. Yes, but we still have one major problem. Kyle, the leader of this pack. He is the real culprit behind every elaborate scheme and every death. Your parents and pack, my father and pack members, the chaos, the misunderstandings, he was the root cause because he wishes to unseal the demon and rule the whole supernatural kind. The truth dawned on him slowly and his eyes went wild, face contorted in pain. All those years he spent hating me, hating my father, and plotting against us were based on an elaborate lie. I am sorry, Anna. Forgive me. I have been played. How I wish I could get a second chance. But I am sure you have moved on and found someone better just the way you deserved. His anguished eyes, which held back tears, wavered to Asher for a second, and I knew he wished to be in his shoes. I have forgiven you, Noah. Let the past go because we can't change it, I answered, and he quietly nodded. His breathing became harsher. He was pale, extremely pale, as he began to speak again, and I knew he didn't have much time on his side now. The remaining shares of the Carroll Industries, which Ruby and I jointly held, will be transferred to you as well. With Ruby gone, there is no one to stop me. You will become the biggest shareholder of Carroll Industries and the true alpha of the Night Shadow Warriors pack. Ask Edward to prepare the papers and I will sign them." I nodded at him in approval and called Edward. "You have done the right thing, Noah," Asher finally spoke up. He had been observing for now, giving us time to speak. "Yes, I should have done that a long time ago, but I was blind. I am glad Anna found her way to you," Noah woundedly said. After all the documents had been completed, Noah signed them, officially returning my pack and the Carroll Industries to me. I was the sole owner of my pack now. There was this satisfaction running through my veins as the transfer was complete. Asher gladly kissed my temple and whispered, "Congratulations, Alpha Anna Carroll, soon to be Alpha Anna Asher." I couldn't help but feel chills skidding down my spine at his words. How he owned my very breaths. It was intoxicating. "Anna," Noah hoarsely called out to me. His breathing turned uneven. I turned my attention to Noah and could see he was hardly able to breathe. The doctor tried to put the oxygen mask back on his face, but he refused, hoping to speak to me. "I am here. Will you even gay my death, and that of my parents and pack hay?" he questioned, his head tilted towards me, his hands stretched out as he raggedly took breaths. "I promise to avenge every innocent soul that was killed by Ruby and Kyle, including you, Noah. I will not let your sacrifice go in vain," I informed him with determination dripping from my every word and tightly clutched his hand. I didn't think I would feel anything about Noah's death, but it hurt my heart to see him like that. He was the first man I had fallen in love with and given my heart to. Asher's comforting embrace kept me steady on my feet, although my legs were trembling. "I will help her. As her mate and partner, we will avenge what they did to you together, Noah." He spoke without hesitation, placing his arm around my shoulder and tenderly kissing the top of my head. I could sense his devotion and love seep into my heart and swell it. Noah watched us both with teary eyes, his expressions of that pain, hurt, and regret as his breathing became ragged. "Noah!" I slowly called out to him in a pained voice. But his eyes slowly forever closed. His outstretched hand went limp in mine, and his breathing stopped. The tears I was trying to hold at bay finally slipped out, and I buried my face in Asher's chest. Anna was slightly shaken after Noah's death. The burden of being an alpha and the CEO of Carroll Industries also weighed heavily on her. Kids were also disturbed because of Anna's sudden disappearance earlier. They were trying to get along, but Oliver still struggled with the concept of suddenly having an adopted sister. At times, he ended up saying mean things to her. To make up for that, he would awkwardly offer her food and force her to take it. Sometimes, acting like an older brother, he would teach her how to correctly play with toys or use certain gadgets, but ended up reprimanding her at times. It was a conflicted relationship so far. Seeing the emotional state of his family, Asher decided to take a break from Howler City and their positions as alphas. He gathered the family in their living room and stood in front of them before announcing, "I have decided to take a family vacation for a week. We will be going away to a peaceful island and spending some time there as a family. So what do you guys think?" "Really?" Oliver's eyes widened in amazement. Ellie and Anna were all smiles. "We are in," Anna answered with a wink, combing Ellie's hair with her fingers. "Perfect, then let's pack our luggage and we will head out in our private jet," Asher lovingly said while thrusting his hands deep into his pockets. Kids were jumping up and down in joy. Soon they were packing their suitcases and headed out towards the airport. Asher owned the latest model sleek designed silver private jet with its own kitchen and an inbuilt bar. "Wow, it's amazing," Ellie exclaimed, seeing the silver jet which shone under the sun. Asher and Anna passed knowing smiles, seeing her reaction. Soon they boarded the plane and settled down in plush leather recliner seats. The flight was comfortable. The kids played video games and solved Sudoku. Anna and Asher enjoyed some drinks from the built-in bar in the jet. In a few hours, they landed on the tropical island with tall palm trees and white sandy beaches. Asher had booked the luxurious 5-star hotel near the beach so kids could play on it whenever they felt like. They entered through the sliding glass doors and checked in. The hotel had an elite vibe to it with its pristine interiors of white and gold. The uniformed bellboys and the hotel manager personally welcomed them. They were overly sweet and very welcoming to the family, but they threw strange looks towards Ellie, as she had been malnourished. Anna and Asher had been taking extra care of her diet, and with her newfound love for sweet things she had put on some weight. Anna and Asher didn't mind, but the world was not that understanding towards her. Ellie understood the harsh gaze the staff threw her way and lowered her head. "I love the ambiance," Anna gleefully told Asher as she linked her arm with him and they sauntered towards their room. "We needed the break, and I am glad you like this place. There is more here which I will inform you about later on," Asher whispered back, making Anna nod silently. Oliver was hopping along, but Ellie was timidly walking. "Everything all right, sweetheart?" Anna asked, slightly concerned, and Ellie only nodded her head. Their luggage was taken ahead and placed inside their guest suites. They freshened up and changed so they could head downstairs to the dining area. "I am going to have fish and chips," Oliver announced. "I would love some desserts." Ellie wiped her lower lip with her tongue. "Dessert comes after the meal. First you should try fish and chips." Oliver, as usual, tried to correct her. They settled down around a table and kids began to fill their plates. The air was turgid with the smell of freshly cooked food, and their mouths began to water. Many people recognized the Alpha family and paid their regards to them. Ellie wandered ahead, looking for some delicious chocolate fondue, when a woman sneered at her plate, keeping her voice low. "Aren't you fat enough?" Ellie stared at her dumbfounded. All her appetite was gone. Her eyes brimmed with tears at being insulted like that. Placing the plate down, she rushed to the bathroom and hid inside a stall. Two women entered and were discussing Asher's family. "What a beautiful family Alpha Asher has, but I wonder who the second fat child is. Is she their Omega servant? She doesn't even match with them," one of the women blatantly said. "Has to be. Maybe she is Prince Oliver's servant. With both parents working, he must need someone to play with him and do other tasks for him," the other one answered as they fixed their makeup and left the place. Ellie heard everything and began to cry softly, her hand clutching her shirt from the front. After crying for a while, she collected herself and left the stall. Washing her face with cold water, she removed all traces of tears and was about to exit the washroom when a very alarmed Anna entered. Her worried face instantly relieved seeing her daughter. "Here you are. I was looking everywhere for you. Come, dear." Anna placed her arm around Ellie's shoulders and guided her out. "Sorry, I came here without informing you," Ellie meekly said. "It's all right, Ellie. I didn't see you and got worried. Come eat." She took her daughter to the table and placed the plate in front of her so she could eat. But the words of those women rang clear in Ellie's ears and she couldn't even take a single morsel. She decided to go on a diet to become thin again. Seeing Ellie not touch her food, Anna and Asher both became concerned. "Why are you not eating, my precious girl?" Asher softly inquired. "I am not hungry. I ate too many sweets during the journey." She tried to laugh it off to not worry her parents. Her worried expressions melted into smiles and Anna patted her head in understanding. After finishing the meal, they returned to their hotel suites. Kids brushed their teeth and changed into night attires. Anna put them into bed, and after 3 stories, both went to sleep. Affectionately kissing their foreheads, Anna dimmed the lights and left their suite. Asher was waiting for her outside with a sleazy grin. "Where to now?" Anna questioned, raising her brow. "There is a very special altar here. It has magical powers and a rich history. I am sure it has information about the demon too. I am planning to take you there. Under the moonlight, I heard ancient magic resurface and give immense powers to those who deserve it," Asher explained, making Anna's mouth fly open. "Let's go, Asher, what are we waiting for?" Anna linked her arm with her mate and they left the hotel to head over to the mysterious altar.